Let's talk about Greenhouse and their new record, Hinterlands, dropped on March 20th on Ghostly International. The LA based duo, Olive Artizoni and Michael Flanagan, they've been quietly building one of the most distinctive catalogs in ambient music, in current times. Echo conscious, texture forward, genuinely weird in the best way. They started with intimate plant inspired compositions, and they've been expanding that world ever since. And the rollout to Hinterlands has been quite a journey. The single "Farewell Little Island" arrived with visuals. This is an awesome music video. Check it out on YouTube. Um, Very simplistic. It sticks with the theme of everything. It's like this macroscopic, macroscopic visual. So it's like these water droplets, which when you look at the macro, it's like it's the Yosemite nature preserve that's pictured in there. Um, and so it's you do a droplet, you can see the world. So that kind of is really interesting. The Inyo National Forest is where that's housed, but the and it's all manufactured into this miniature world that you can see through these droplets. And the droplet reflects what the album cover is showing. It's a gorgeous album cover. I've seen the vinyl. I'm thinking of copying the vinyl because it's a wonderful art piece. It's beautiful. It's got the bubbles on there. Well, these are water droplets, but and there's the sun, like sitting right there in the center. It's they got the blues, the spring colors and everything. It's gorgeous art piece. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe adding that to the collection, low key. Um, but man, they are marking this release with they also had a live streaming event at the Bob Baker Marionette Theater in LA. A whole puppet show, my G, a whole puppet show. That was like an interpretive dance kind of puppet show, um, featuring the project, and of course, it's being ambient music. It's sort of like a sound stage for an event like this. The Bob Baker Marionette Theater, it was founded in 1963. It's the longest running puppet theater in the United States. And they actually designated it as a cultural monument in LA in 2009, looks like. But then they actually moved it in 2019 to a permanent home on York Boulevard. So if you're in LA, check out the theater over on York Boulevard. They have this new marquee and everything, a brand new marquee. It's a huge kind of setup they got there. It's gorgeous. They do all kinds of events for kids and stuff, and all kinds of other live performances. So that's dope. That it's so on brand. It's so on brand for Greenhouse to to make that their album release, and to partner with that organization to do that. So that's dope to see. This is probably their most ambitious project yet, running at 37 minutes. You got 12 tracks on this joint. Let's talk a little bit about the craft because the album is built with real intention. They layer acoustic textures over high definition synths in a way that feels genuinely alive, not just nature sounds over a drone, which ambient projects can tend to do, just like a lot of repetitiveness. Artizzoni brings the melody, Flanagan brings the harmonic architecture. This thing altogether is cohesive. We're talking genre fluid by design. There's folk. You'll get a bit of tropical synth pop, lounge jazz. This track, Awakening Dawn, very much jazzy. There's like the slight cymbals that are just like clashing, and just like the piano. It's heavy on piano on that track. So definitely check that one. There's even like a hint of film score on some tracks, a mountain flute on others. Somehow, it all feels cohesive. It doesn't feel like just some throwing darts at a mood board. It lands into building up this continuous environment that they're setting up. Every track moves, it breathes. It's like it feels alive. Um, and again, not like a lot of the loopy kind of ambient projects that you're used to. The composition shifts, it evolves in a natural sort of way. It grows, it builds gradually, then all of a sudden, all at once, kind of thing. Track to jump into the number one, the opening track here is Sundogs. This is a bright, clean opener. It's short, it's melodic. It feels like walking into a sunlit clearing, like a nature, like you're in a nature walk of some sort. Farewell, Little Island is probably my favorite on this thing. This is was released as the single, and there's the visual for it. Like I said on YouTube, you can check it out. This song reminds me of something. I can't quite, and maybe it's a good thing I can't quite remember because this could be like one of these like sample snitching sort of things. But I'm like I feel like I'm hearing maybe Iron and Wine, maybe like a little bit of an ode to Iron and Wine um happening there. I can't quite place where I'm hearing the the inspiration or the melody from there. But I love that track, and that is probably one of those things that's like, oh yo, this is an earworm from something that like I had a while ago, and they're tapping into that. So I love that track, Farewell Little Island. This is the third track on the project. Definitely check that one out. Emotionally, it's easy. It's an easy one to love. It feels familiar. It's a perfect entry point. Hinterland number two is the eighth track on this thing, and man, I really like this track. I wish it had its own title. The shifting harmonies here it builds this gentle momentum. You have Hinterlands one, Hinterlands two, and Hinterlands three, and Hinterlands two is just so unique. It feels like it feels like moving through some unfamiliar terrain. It feels unique and it feels the sound is such a unique journey. I wish it had its own title, but this is the artist and how they chose to sequence this and title it. So I can't quite make out what the purpose is or why it they feel like it's a continuation of one, two, and three, and like being that middle child there. But it really stands out in and of itself, and I really love it. So you check that one out. Will of the World is another dope one for you to step into. This is going to be the longest track on here. This one is 5 minutes and 7 seconds. And you have a couple tracks here that are over 4 minutes, so it's a good chunk of time. 37 minutes on this thing. A nice little walk, nice little journey here. This is the longest track. It's spacious. It's meditative. It's never static. Their world building really opens up here, and I suggest tapping into their energy and their creativity and what they're building in. They on Instagram you can find them green underscore house 1976 and see some more visuals and to get a little bit more kind of into the universe that they're building here. So, what does this thing actually feel like? It feels like a joyful environment music that doesn't demand your attention, but somehow it makes it worth your time if you choose to lean in anyway. It's bright, it's hopeful, it's curious. It can sit in the background, but it also rewards active listening. I'm thinking a dope scenario for like consuming this thing is like a botanical garden. I have the national botanical garden here in DC, and this feels perfect for something like that. You're talking like going through the different rooms, the different stepping into a different biome, and that biome has its own energy. You're walking around across plants that you're not used to. Some you're seeing weird growth now because it's a different season and everything, and they're growing differently, and there's new flowers and there's new growth, um and it almost feels like stepping into like outer space a little bit onto a different planet when you step into different biomes, and the songs kind of can carry you through and narrate you through that experience. So maybe go there when there's like when an hour before closing time. This is only 37 minutes. Listen, go there before an hour before closing time when like there's not many people around, people are leaving. You can kind of have the space a little bit to yourself. Maybe you walk by somebody here and there, but like you can lock in on being in the moment, and this will be like sort of like your escort through all that. Man, the energy in Hinterlands is going for it. It's going for a unique experience. It's going for uh warping you into a new environment, getting you out of the mundane, and it earns it. It earns your listen, and you should definitely give it a listen from top to bottom.